You can use laser from high in the sky, up in above Earth in the near Earth orbit. You can use geostationary. You can use those that are orbiting. But a satellite can easily start a fire from space right down to a very small area. And you would, of course, control the area with a laptop and algorithms, codes, etc. Because of just a few words of the eyewitness account, many of them talking about the quality of the wind. It was not just the speed of the wind. That seemed incidental. It was a certain quality that was described as supernatural, was described as frightening, terrifying. And that, to me, is the hallmark of scalar weaponry. As it breaks through into space-time, there is always this terrible wind. And then what happens at that point is molecular disintegration. And when I saw drone footage of Santa Rosa post-fire, when the smoldering had died down, I mean, it is horrific, because you see absolutely vanished, disintegrated entirely buildings right next to still green trees standing along the streets. So these fires, any of them, are all aluminized. In other words, aluminum oxide is certainly one of the features of the chemical trails being laid by commercial and military jets. These are plasma clouds, plasma being the fourth state of matter. The atmosphere is ionized, as I maintain, which means that it's like a huge antenna. And the reason it's being ionized is so that there is sort of a continuation from the ionosphere down into the lower atmosphere, is for many military operations that are ongoing. That said, these fires that are happening, all the firemen comment on it, all the pilots flying through these fires and spewing chemicals and water and whatever, they all say that this is not a normal fire. This is chemical fire. These are chemical fires, and that's why they get so bloody hot, and why they're just terrible for people to be around and breathe. This is just a military dream come true, this technology, because it can be so exact. In this case, showed that it was only a square. It was literally a square was hit. It wasn't random like a natural event would be.
Do you think that it is, you speak of algorithm and frequency, are they targeting specific frequencies of the materials that they wish to burn, leaving the frequency, the wavelength, if you will, of trees, for example, out of that particular set of algorithms?
Yes, it would have to do with that, and it would also have to do with the resonance of particular living entities or entities that have living materials in them, because the pulsing is the main ingredient of these directed energy weapons, and they can stack any number of frequencies on those pulses. So what you have is a targeting system that is just unparalleled. It can target whatever is the algorithm is set to do, and that's what I think happened in Santa Rosa. Now we are all part of a huge psychological operation, a psyop, in which we are first subjected to events, and then those events will be explained to us in a fictional entertainment format. They are feeling completely comfortable with setting up events and decimating people's homes, their lives. This is how we're being treat it now. They're going to give us event after event after event to keep us busy. They love to show us that they know so much and that we're going to miss everything because we're going to get caught up in sending blankets and money and thinking of the poor sufferers, which of course they never think about.